Technology team proudly presents TreasureMeter TM1, TM2. Since we will be covering TM2 in this video, eliminate TM1. If you want to watch the video of TM1, you can press the eye icon in the corner. TM2 color display. A high resolution sound, high sensitivity sensors, advanced imaging program, terrain appropriate design. It is a product that stands out with its ergonomics and high engineering. Backside of the product, on-off switch, one light around the on-off switch, that this light lights up when there is no problem with the product. Charging input next to it, sample button at the bottom. At the bottom, there is a QR code for downloading the program, and next to it also includes your license. The product has a high resolution display on the front, and there is a rotary switch around the screen. Thanks to this rotary switch, you can switch between menus. When you want to choose between the menus, you need to physically press the screen. When you press the screen, you can see that it physically moves downwards. TM2, high resolution display. Thanks to its advanced electronic design, it can be used with a program installed on a mobile phone or tablet. In addition, TM2 is a product that can work without the need for a cell phone or tablet. Yes, you heard that right. Thanks to its hardware, screen, high-resolution sensors, and sound structure, TM2 is a product that can make calls on its own without the need for a cell phone or tablet. It should also be able to make calls with voice-only vibration. Now let's open TM2. Did you see the screen? And did you hear the sound? These are the things that come out of high electronic engineering. Turning the rotary switch around the screen switches between menus. When you want to perform an operation, just press the screen. Let's check the languages. Now let's look at the notifications. Product where the sound can notify in vibration if it wants to. Let's switch by pressing the screen. After the notification are the operating modes, respectively. Pointer, ionic, super sensor, and 3D underground viewing mode. 3D underground viewing mode, where the product is used via mobile phone or tablet. For this mode to work, press the screen to make it selected. As long as the animation you see on this screen appears, the Bluetooth of the product is on and it can connect with the cell phone and tablet. If this animation does not appear, the product will not be able to connect with the mobile phone and tablet. Now we can switch to use via mobile phone. To do this, press the screen while the 3D underground scanning screen is open, and the 3D underground scan screen is activated. The product also opens its size while this animation is shown on the screen. Therefore, since the Bluetooth works when it is on this screen, it can only connect with the cell phone when it is on this screen. If it is not on this screen, the product will not be able to connect with the cell phone. Before we move on to use it, let's take a look at the TE4D program, our new generation 3D underground imaging or even 4D underground imaging program. For this, let's put the TME2 aside and pick up our cell phone. The program has 3 modes. These are pointer, live underground imaging, 2D, 3D, and 4D underground imaging. For program details, you can click on the I button. The video you will watch from the I button describes the program in detail. Now that we know the program, let's start using the pointer in the program. For this, we first make the Bluetooth connection by pressing the Bluetooth icon. Then we press the pointer icon. On the pointer screen, we can reset with the node on the left. We can adjust the sensitivity with the arrows in the middle, or we can turn the sound on and off with the speaker sign on the right. We have seen how to run pointer. Now that we've watched the example usage video, we can talk a little bit about pointer. First of all, what is pointer mode? Pointer mode is a mode that uses the product's gradiometer sensor. Visually notify you of positive and negative detection on the screen. It is also a work that can inform you about positive and negative perception in different tones of voice. Where is pointer used? Pointer rocky areas, narrow areas or open spaces that need to be scanned quickly. What is the advantage of using a pointer? Pointer in the field. Visually, what you do in the 3D image to provide the ability to make interpretations in fast scans. Thanks to its ability to show positive and negative detection at the same time, your comments on the image, it gives you the possibility to use pointers, also for quick scans in the field. This is the main design purpose. For example, when you are traveling in the field in an area, if you always see high positive and high negative detection at the same point, if you see similar detection at this point every time you pass by, you can interpret that there may be a metal here. The reason why you can do this is because you can see the height of the detection value and you can understand the positive and negative separately, both audibly and visually. Or if you see a medium level of detection in a certain area, within a certain area, say 2 meters or 3 meters, if you see this detection every time you pass by, you can interpret that there might be a building or a grave. The reason why you can make this interpretation is because you can see the detection level and you can also see that the detection is positive. This concludes the pointer mode and we can move on to the live scan mode. Let's run the live scan mode by pressing the live scan icon. We see the live scan screen. At the bottom of this screen, there are 3 icons. The one on the left is reset. In the middle, run, start, and stop. And the one on the right is the 2D to 3D transition icon. Return to the main screen and press the live scan icon. The live scan screen appears. On this screen, press the arrow button at the bottom to start shooting. And we start live shooting. If we want to reset during shooting, we can do this by pressing the reset button on the left. Now, what does live scanning do? Live scanning uses the super sensor in front of it. With live scanning, you can see positive and negative detections live, streaming on screen in 2D or 3D. This allows you to track the size of the detection in an area live on the screen while walking. Depending on whether the detection is positive or negative, you can get information about the type and shape of the subject. Shots taken in this mode is not recorded. For 2D, 3D, and 4D underground imaging, click on the corresponding icon. We are presented with the page where the area where we will shoot is set. Here, with 6 icons, the area settings to be shot are realized. Manual icon at the top left, like you can set the sampling in the shot to be taken manually by hand or to be taken automatically by the product itself at a certain time interval. Once we press on it, it automatically does the sampling of the product by itself at a certain time interval. And when we press manual, we perform the sampling by pressing the button. The second button from the left is the icon where we can set whether the capture starts from the bottom left corner and continues to the right, or starts from the right and continues to the left. When we press on it once, it starts from the right side and continues to the left. When we press it again, it starts from the left and continues to the right. Third icon from the left is the icon to set whether the sampling is to be performed in zigzag or parallel. Zigzag means to be performed. Is a shooting method in which the sample is taken by backtracking when the departure is over, when the other path is taken. Parallel means that every time the path ends, you start again. The other way is the shooting method, where sampling is performed starting from the beginning. The icon on the top right is the icon where the width of the capture area is set. The larger the width of the extraction area, the more centimeters should be set here. The second icon from the right is the icon for the length of the capture area. Or the larger your capture area is, the larger its length should be set here in centimeters. At the bottom is the icon for the distance between the two samples, what we call the step interval. By clicking here, you can set how long your step interval will be. When we press the OK button at the bottom, we are informed that we have completed the adjustments and are ready to start shooting. We press OK. We are presented with the shooting screen. On the shooting screen, there are 4 icons above and 1 below. The icon below is, as you might expect, the icon for starting shooting. The icons above are, respectively, the leftmost interpolation, the icon next to it showing the detection values, the icon next to it, the icon that shows the depth. The rightmost icon is the background color adjustment icon. You can set the background color from white to black by pressing this icon. Let's start our shot by pressing the Start Shooting icon at the bottom. According to our initial settings, our shot will start from the bottom left. Will take place in a zigzag pattern. 300, 300, and our step interval is 30 centimeters. As we can see on the screen, X is our axis. X-axis is 300. Our axis is 300 and our step interval is 30, 60, 90, 30 centimeters as we set it. To take our shot, we can press our icon below. As you can see, our icon, which was arrow-shaped when we started shooting, has now turned into a sample icon. Now when we press this button, we will take a sample. After each sampling, he'll move forward 30 centimeters. When the shooting is finished, we are presented with the image in 3D. After the shooting is over, let's try to explain what it does through the icons that appear. At the bottom, where there was one icon before, there are now 3 icons. The one on the left is used for recording, the one in the middle for 2D, 3D transition, the one on the right for 4D transition. Let's see these. When we press the record icon, when we give this place a name, when we say OK, now our shot is recorded. When we press the center icon, it switched to 2D. The next time we step on it, it made the 3D transition. When we press the one on the right, residual product shows you shooting in 4D. If we press the center icon again, it appears in 3D. Let's examine the icons above. Let's shoot in 3D to understand. When we enter the interpolation types, here you can select the interpolation you want. For example, we choose linear. When we touch the screen, the interpolation type is now linear. As can be seen, the type of interpolation, we were able to adjust it. When we press this icon, the grids appeared, and some numbers started to appear. These numbers, when we press this icon, refers to the perception values. Wherever the detected region is, we can look at values above it. For example, here is the detection between -30 and +30. When we press the icon next to it, now instead of perception values, shows depth. As you can see, there are 30 centimeter detections and 125 centimeter detections. In this video, I tried to introduce TM1 and TM2, TreasureMeter 1 and TreasureMeter 2. I hope you enjoyed it. You should excuse the expression